What is up, Bossing Up Overcoming OCD listeners? Today we're going to be talking about a hot topic that blew up on my YouTube channel. Can't wait to break it down for you. Today we're going to be talking about narcissism. Yeah, narcissism is wildly overused and totally popular right now. I mean, how many times have you heard someone say, my ex is a narcissist? But besides that, I know a lot of you women out there are petrified of the idea of being a narcissist yourself. You may be analyzing the things you say, the things you think, the things you do, like every little thing. You second guess yourself and wonder, am I a narcissist? This especially happens for high achieving women because you are so successful. You command attention, not because you are a narcissist, but because you have a powerful presence. Let me share with you what typically happens in the lives of successful high achievers. They are the good girls in the family, and they're making straight A's. They're the women who get promoted. They're the ones who are looking for that next opportunity to be on top. These women are also high earners because they know how to get the job done. Because of their powerful presence, they often find themselves in positions where they're taking the lead, they're taking charge, and because they're taking charge, this narcissistic fear starts to rise up, and they'll start to second guess themselves and feel ambushed by thoughts like, am I talking too much? Am I dominating the meeting? Am I dominating the conversation? Am I not thinking about my partner enough? Does everyone think I'm self-centered? And so for the rest of the workday or for the rest of the date night, she will second guess every word that she's made. She'll even go home to her roommate and say, I think there's something wrong with me. Do you think I'm being too narcissistic? And is essentially asking for reassurance and will continue to spiral, or will Google or ask ChatGPT about narcissistic traits until it's like 1 a.m. in the morning. She can't sleep at all. And this is the third time this week that she stayed up late Googling if she's a narcissist. So if any of that sounds familiar, the fascinating part about this specific fear of what if I'm actually a narcissist is a question that comes up incredibly often in highly successful, high-earning women who are on their way to the top, because their overthinking is actually tendencies of OCD. So we're going to look at the evidence because that's going to be the key factor in bossing back to the OCD. You may think it's narcissism, but this is actually a sign of OCD if you are perpetually finding yourself in this fear of, am I a narcissist? So we're going to go straight to the diagnostic book to look at the evidence. Before I get into the specific criteria for narcissism, I want to be clear that do not self-diagnose yourself, nor am I diagnosing you. This is simply reading from the diagnostic manual that clinicians use. And in being real with you, of all the 14 years of experience I've had, I've never met a narcissistic woman. So it says a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, which means they feel very inflated, like they are the latest and greatest, best thing since sliced bread. This is either in fantasy, in their mind, or just the way they act. They have a need for admiration. They want to be recognized. They want to be told that they're the latest and greatest. They also lack empathy. Empathy means that you can understand where someone else is coming from. You can understand how they feel. You can identify their feelings. These signs begin in early adulthood and come up in at least 5 ways. They have that grand sense of self-importance where they exaggerate their achievements, their talents. They expect to be recognized as superior without any legitimate achievements. Are you a high-achieving woman who's constantly tormented by those what-if questions about your relationship? Do you lie awake at 3 a.m. wondering if he truly loves you, or if you're just settling out of fear of being alone? Hi, I'm Erin Davis, and I know firsthand how exhausting the overthinking can be. Imagine no longer having to analyze every text, every look, every moment of doubt. Imagine waking up confident, clear, and secure in your relationship, knowing that you can fully enjoy your love and succeed in every aspect of your life. In my one-to-one relationship clarity intensive, we work together to cut through the clutter of relationship OCD and constant reassurance seeking. Pinpoint your unique patterns of doubt and anxiety so you can break free from the endless cycle that's been holding you back. Confidently make relationship decisions without racking your brain for certainty. This is your chance to gain lasting confidence in as little as 8 weeks. Click my link in the bio to sign up now when you're ready to stop drowning in doubt and finally experience a relationship that feels full of life. And go to livebeyonddoubt.com/link-tree. Number 2, they're preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Number 3, believe that he or she is quote-unquote special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people. Number 4, requires excessive admiration. Number 5, has a sense of entitlement. My goodness, who doesn't these days, it seems like. But this entitlement is unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. They feel like they should get special treatment. They feel like everyone should just listen and do what they say. Number 6, they are interpersonally exploitative, which means they take advantage of people. They take what they need and move on. The reason they take from you is because it is self-serving. Number 7, they lack empathy. They are unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Number 8, they are often envious of others or believe that others are envious of them. And envy is like, wishing you could have what someone else has. More than likely, they are saying to themselves, oh, I bet Sally Sue wishes she were me because I'm so amazing. Like that kind of attitude. Number 9, they show arrogance as well as haughty behaviors or attitudes. So that's the criteria. I don't diagnose personality disorders, but in being real with you, when you take into consideration all of those symptoms, a true narcissist would only need 5 to meet that criteria. But a true narcissist would never spend hours researching narcissism, analyzing if they show signs of selfishness, or feel any type of guilt, much less intense guilt over potentially being self-centered. They are self-centered, they don't care, they move on. Like they don't take a second thought to being a narcissist. And so what you're experiencing isn't narcissism. This is actually a form of OCD called moral scrupulosity. This is where your brain fixates on the fear of being fundamentally bad or an immoral person. So many women at the end of the day, it almost seems like every theme of OCD across the board, she is worried about being a bad person. And the cruel irony of this OCD cycle, the more you are worried about this fear, the more vulnerable you are to it. So let me explain. When you think about it, if you're worried about being a narcissist, you're stuck in your head, you're staying up late, and you're doing all of these things versus like a value-driven action. And the other thing to consider here is your fear of being a narcissist is actually evidence of your empathy, your self-awareness, and your moral compass. These are the very qualities that narcissists lack. This is the first episode of another 4 to 5 episodes to come on this series on narcissism. And the reason that this is so important is because so many women out there worry that they are a narcissist when in fact it is OCD. So we're going to be continuing this conversation over the next several weeks. Come back next week where I'm going to talk about why this is important to pay attention to and get help for it now. There are absolutely urgent reasons to get this handled now.